Hi, I'm Barry, this is Mega City Gaming, and this is Strontium Dog Scenery Set AD01. So this comes in the Strontium Dog Miniatures Game core box, yeah, and this is by Sarissa Precision. Strontium Dog Miniatures Game is by Warlord, but Sarissa Precision do a lot of the scenery sets for Warlords, like their zombie game and stuff like that. Right, this is a little bit different. I haven't done this before, like making stuff live. So yeah, so it's a little bit different. I've got my cup of tea. It's a regulation British tea. I've got my wood glue, PVA glue, just from the supermarket. Got me a cutter knife or a box cutter. Got me some clippers. I probably won't need them, hopefully. Got me a spreader, a glue spreader, which I got off some glue like years ago. Very handy, very handy. And a bit of kitchen roll, which has been used. It's old, yeah. Right. So as you can see, the front is a picture of what it should look like. Kind of like a 3D rendering or something. As you can see, it's got lots of lug and join points which are very visible, and paint is not going to hide that. So I might add some bits to it. But anyway, let's get this thing open. Right, that's why I got my cutter knife. But I also use my cutter to, because where the parts join the sprue, if it is called sprue, I don't know, because it's MDF, I don't know. Sometimes you get like join marks, and I like to cut them off. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist like that, although definitely not a perfectionist when it comes to painting. Definitely not a great painter, but tabletop standard, yes, totally. Right, anyway. I've also got my painting station here, just because it's got water, as we say in England, water. Right, so it looks like 2 pages of instructions. Right, that's good. And the bottom bit here is taking it to the next level, what you can buy next kind of thing. And please support us on Twitter and all that nonsense. Right. So this is going to be basically protecting the table, because this is my dinner table. Yeah. Questions will be asked in Parliament if I get anything on this table. Right. So let's start from the beginning. Boop. Right. Here we go. So it starts off with the main building, and it's good. It looks like it's telling you to start off doing this, and while that's drying you can do the extra bits and then go back to the main building and stuff like that. That's what it looks like to me anyway. So let's get this road on the show. So let's start with number 1. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. Yeah, of course I'm wrong. Anyway, glue the exterior wall. Glue the exterior wall. Right, let's pop out the exterior walls, because they should be easy to find. I guess these are the exterior walls. Right, looks like we got one sheet of very thin MDF question mark, I don't know, or a thick card or something. And that looks like the tower. Right, anyway, so the second sheet. Yeah, so I pop this out. Got my cat helping me. Yeah, it smells like burning, but not too much. I think it's probably been on the shelf a while. Although this literally came out like last week. Well, actually, I got it early, so come on, get out of it. Oh, I didn't snap anything important, did I? Right. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just the sprue snapping, because the sprue is very thin in places because they maximise the parts per sprue, if that's what it's called. Right, this must be the floor. That's the floor. This is obviously the side, and it looks like the floor's raised. Right, that's good, that's good. Right, and I guess the detail parts will go on the outside. Right, let's get the other side. Right, this one's in a bit. This one is in a bit tighter or something. There we go. Right, 2 side walls, and then we get the front and back. We get the front and back. Get the front and back. Get the front and back. Right. I can remove these parts for the time being, and we have. Actually, so I turn that over. Right. We've got. This is the back. This is the front. Front and back. And this is the bottom, and these are the sides. Right, awesome. Right, now let's just go around and see if there's any join marks. Yeah, I'll go around and shave off these join marks a little bit. They're not bad. I mean, you could totally get away with leaving them on there, but I like my MDF scenery to not look like MDF scenery, if you know what I mean. Kind of more diorama than terrain. Even though my painting isn't up to diorama standards, I still don't like being that obvious that it's a bit of terrain. Yeah, a bit of terrain. Terrain, that's the word, terrain. Yes, yes, yes. So today there was a typhoon forecast, hurricane forecast, and it was going to hit directly on Tokyo, which means directly on us as well. And it looks like it didn't come. It probably veered off course and went somewhere else and is bothering a whole bunch of other people. Hopefully it didn't go to the west of Japan, because they have enough problems right now with landslides and flood clear up and all kinds of stuff. So there was floods and stuff in that part of Japan, and then there was a heat wave, and then there's a typhoon. I mean, it doesn't rain, but it pours. But we're alright up here anyway. Great, so it just says, literally just says, stick to 4, glue the exterior walls to the ground floor panel. Right, okay. So ground floor panel doesn't have any, ground floor panel doesn't have any details. So let's dry fit it together first. Dry fit it together first. Right. What? Baffling. Right, that is fine. But, oh, I see. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. So this is why we dry fit, yeah? So we, any niggling issues or anything like that, we can iron out. And also, I know that the it's not a dovetail joint, but this joint fits over there, not in that little crack. And I also know that it's tight, like a mouse's ear. And there we go. Right, how's about that? Yeah. So gluing now. So let's take it all apart, put it together, take it apart, take a drink of tea, stroke the cat. This is fascinating for you guys, I'm sure. Right, so what bit we're going to do first? Let's do the side. Start with the side, doesn't really matter with this design. Right, yeah, the glue's of course dried to the cap, but it's not a big issue. This is another reason why we've got kitchen roll. We can just get rid of any gunk, and we can also, because it's stored upside down and it sprays out when I open it, I can just slop that onto the paper towel, get some on my thing, and we want to put that onto the base. So a little bit all the way along, yeah. And because I know how it goes together now, I can put a little bit here and here. There we go. Right. And then we stick that on like that. Right. And there's no stuff on the outside. I just use my finger to spread out the lumps of glue on the inside. I'm not sure how much we'll be using the inside of this, but I do like my MDF buildings to be accessible. Hopefully this one will be. I might have to modify it. I haven't got that far yet. Anyway, making it up as I go along. Yeah, making it up. It's making it up as it goes along. Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do. Right. I need a bit more glue. Bit more glue. Bit more glue. There we go. Actually, I had a bit of plastic I used for, because this kitchen roll is not ideal for putting glue on because it soaks all the moisture out of it and it dries. Yeah. So not a genius idea, but like I said, I'm making it up as I go along. Shaking a bit. I need some tea, mate. I need some tea. Oh yeah. Speaking of tea, I'll be off to England in about a week, picking up some more tea, because although Japan has their own version of tea, and it's totally drinkable, it ain't tea. If you know what I mean. Anyone from England will get what I mean. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I'm actually going to get that bit of plastic that I use for glue. For yeah, just like my glue palette. I suppose it would be a palette. I'll get that. Just one more. Just one more piece. There we go. Right, that's all on. I'll wipe the glue off the edge. There's nothing on the outside. Wipe the glue off the inside with my fingernail. There we go. Bish bash bosh. 3 sides already done. I'm going to get my glue palette. I now have my glue palette. Just literally a bit of plastic card. So stick some glue on there. There we go. It's not going to get soaked up quite so quick, or at all, because plastic. It's not making any sense, is he? It's just going off on one. Right. Bish bash bosh, bish bash bosh. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to put together. Yeah, the instructions so far have been very good, but totally unnecessary. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Right, and then we stick the back on, making sure the details on the outside, and it fits together thusly. Whoop-de-doo. There we go. Wipe that off. Got my kitchen roll there for just such an occasion. Yeah. There we go. Just wipe the insidey bits. Awesome. Right. So I'm pretty impressed that Warlord actually does a bit of MDF, or Sarissa does MDF, but Warlord's including the MDF terrain in the starter box or the core box for Strontium Dog, because Strontium Dog doesn't really have a setting, because they're time traveling, space traveling people, a bit like Doctor Who. They can literally be anywhere. A lot of the planets they go to are kind of like Western style. It's kind of got this Western cowboy style feeling, so desert planets and stuff like that. But anyway, next up is front and back canopy supports. Glue the card canopies to the supports. Right, front and back canopy supports. Okay. So this must be... Oh, just trying to find it. Oh, canopy supports. I suppose something... It'd be long, wouldn't it? It'd be long bit. Oh, there's another bit on the bottom. Okay. Right, that's not it. This is fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating. So, according to the instructions, it goes, it's a long bit. Oh, I get it. Sorry, this is made of card. Card canopies. Read the instructions properly, man. Right. And the supports are triangular brackets, of which, here they are. I think these are them. Right, let's pop out that whole middle bit first. Pop it out. And then we pop out the supports. Triangular. These are a bit thin, so it's worth being a bit careful. Although MDF, if it breaks, you can just glue it back together and it will glue together. Right, and then pop that out. There we go. Right, one support. Two supports. Right, there should be four. Am I missing something? Obviously I am. Right, that's a spare bit of sprue. So I keep the smaller bits of sprue because they're useful. Ah! Here they are. Yeah. Let's pop these out. These ones pop out a bit easier. One. Two, come on. There we go. 1, 2. Right, let's cut off the. Right, let's wipe that off first, because the glue drying to my glue spreader is all well and good. It's not going to be the end of the world, but then it'll get all misshapen and lumpy and all that. Lumpy glue spreaders. Don't know lumpy glue spreaders, do we? Right, cutting the bobbly bits off the item, of which there are almost none. Great. And this one, yeah. There's only 2 places where it was attached, so it's fine. Yeah. Sometimes if you get a big lump where it was attached, it messes up the model a little bit. It doesn't fit snugly in place. Right, so obviously these go like that. Yeah, here and here. So it's dry fitting. Yeah, dry fitting would do. Dry fitting the video. Yeah, okay. Stick those puppies on. In a minute, I just want to get the canopies sorted out as well, which will be the long one here and Yeah, the long one. And the shorter one here. Right, and there's a little bit of sprue attachment there, not much, and yeah, nothing on that one. Right, okay, and then just check it fits. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes with the card, it's not quite so good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, it's all good. Right. Right. So, a bit of glue here and stick it on for all of these. Bit of glue on the palette. And glue on the piece. Bit of glue on the nubs. Yeah. Make sure it ain't gonna come apart for love nor money. Love nor money. Right, stick that on, push it in, and fingernail wipe the wobbly glue bits. Bobbly glue bits. Bobbly glue bits. Yeah. Right. Glue all the way along. Fascinating stuff, this, isn't it? Fascinating. This is what other videos don't show you because they edit. They're far more interesting, probably. Right. Yeah. But I thought that it might be good because there might be several people who have the core box who've never put together any MDF terrain, and they might be daunted, not really knowing what to do, what glue to use, what they need, stuff like that, you know. And like I said, most videos on the internet are awesome, they're edited, they're glossy and all that, but they don't, and because they're edited, they don't show you at them putting it together. They're like, oh, stick this and stick this here, stick that there, and then it cuts to the finished piece. Here's one I did earlier, kind of thing. And you don't actually get to see the mistakes, the gluey hands, the looking for stuff on the sprue, the constant rabbiting on, rabbit, the essential tea drinking, the glue palette. Yeah, so this is PVA glue, also known as white glue, also known as wood glue. Available at WH Smith's, or even better, the DIY shop. Get the wood glue, because the wood glue will be a bit stronger, because the one in WH Smith's is for paper and cards. It's basically the same stuff, but it's watered down, and the stuff you get in the DIY shop is for wood, and that's a bit thicker, it will dry quicker, it will be stronger, but you can use either really. I mean, PVA glue in WH Smith's, I mean, this is basically the same as PVA glue in WH Smith's, this is just from the supermarket, low quality. The only difference being, in some pieces I might need to use an elastic band to keep it together while it dries. Once it's dry, it'll be fine. That's the only difference. If it's decent quality wood glue, it should dry and hold the stuff together without use of an elastic band. There you go. Right, it's coming together. It's coming together nicely. Nicely. Smaller than I thought it would be, because the miniatures are, someone said on the internet the miniatures are like 32mm true scale. I kind of know what that means, but I'm not sure if true scale really applies. But I think that just means not with giant hands, giant chibi heads like 1980s Games Workshop, or not even, or even more recent Games Workshop. Anyway, enough about the evil empire. To be honest, Games Workshop are now everyone's favourite uncle of gaming. Right, so that was that. Now we get to the curved roof piece, which looks like it's this plus the two curved bits on there and this bit. Right, what does it say? Glue the barrel roof ends. Glue the barrel roof ends. Right, barrel roof ends. Let's pop those out. Yeah, don't worry if you break bits of sprue. As long as you don't break any pieces, it's a-okay. Right, pop those out. Main roof. Right, the main roof is the flat bit. Right, and again, right, let's clean my spreader. Yeah. Kitchen towel, essential. Don't use tissue, that'll rip, get all ripped up. Right, tea. I just watched a video of a guy drinking tea. Mental. Off the hook. He's wild, he's out of control. I have literally only been up an hour. It's the weekend, Saturday, isn't it? Typhoon may or may not be coming. It was due to come like early this morning, like really early, like overnight kind of thing. Wake up this morning, no damage done. It's not even windy. It's not even raining. So I guess I'll check the forecast. Mind you, I'm not going anywhere, so, and I've kind of battened down the hatches already, so yeah. I remember a couple of years ago, the typhoons are a thing in Japan. They come like every year. A couple of years ago, I had a bag full of cans, because we recycle, so a bag full of cans on the balcony, and I thought I cleared everything. I took all the washing lines in and all that stuff and all that, and I forgot this bag of cans outside, and typhoon came and the bag of cans was going around and around, being blown around the balcony all night, and it was noisy as frick. It was going bang 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 all night, and I couldn't go out and like bring it in because it was too windy. Anyway, lesson learned, always bring in the cans. Not, obviously not lesson learned, don't drink too much. Yeah. Will that lesson ever be learned? Right, I'm getting all sooty fingers, yeah? Sooty Sweep and Sue. Yeah, that's a reference only a few people of a certain age will get. Anyway, that's what we do here. We do references that people don't get. Right. What does it say? Glue the barrel ends to the roof. Right, I've dry fitted it. Score the barrel roof panel. Fold and glue to the roof ends. So score the panel. Right. Does that mean score, because it needs to be bent and folded, and it needs to be folded so it looks like flat panels, like a barrel, yeah? So I assume it means score along these lines lightly and then bend it. Right, let's do that. Right, add a metal ruler and a cutting mat to the list of items you will require for this. Yeah, right, let's get all the glue apparatus out of the way. Get that out of the way. Right, we can use the cutter knife, or the box cutter in English, cutter knife in Japanese. Alright, lightly. Right, I just dragged it across there, I didn't push it. Yeah, that might. Yeah, let's drag it one more time. It's worth going light. You don't want to cut it because that would be disastrous. Yeah. Right. Find the score. Little bit of pressure. Very, very light pressure. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Right, if I do all of them. Right, I'm going to do all of them. Let me pause it. Right, I'll pause it because, you know, you can only be so interested in watching someone score lines on a piece of card. And that, yeah, that seems to be working out okay. Yeah. And obviously when it's on the barrel piece, it should, yeah, let's dry fit that. Dry fit. And those pieces go there. Alright. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch getting it on the end, so I probably recommend attaching it on the side lugs. One, two, and then the middle. And then the other side. Yeah, like that. Right, that's dry fitted. Now let's wet fit. Wet fit. Right. Oh, there's a bit that needs popping out. So keep these little bits, right? Because these make good bricks and debris on bases and stuff like that. Keep them. Don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. Useful stuff. Right. Get me glue. Gluing apparatus. Right, that didn't dry out because it's on plastic. That's good. Right. Got bits of cat hair in this already. If you get cat hair in your glue, it's no good, because then you'll have a permanent cat hair on your model, which is not good. Right, stick that on again. Wipe the excess off with your fingernail. If you don't have fingernails, use a bit of sprue or something, spare bit of MDF, just wipe it off. Yeah, I stopped biting my nails when I was a teenager because I read in the medical journal that biting your fingernails is less hygienic than licking a toilet bowl. And I wouldn't call myself a germaphobe, but certainly am conscious of getting sick, because I hate being sick. I hate getting ill, mate. I hate getting ill. I hate it. Right. Right, and then glue on the arches, the arched pieces, making sure it goes all the way around, because of the nature of the card, its desire will be to spring back into its original form somewhat, so we want to make sure there's glue all the way to the ends. Yeah, you want to keep that cardboard under control. Yeah, quell that cardboard, quell it, I say. Right, there's sirens outside. Considering I live in a major city, we don't get so many sirens. I mean, yeah, daily, but not like every 10 minutes like in London or something. Or Brighton, or other places. There we go, and yeah, it fits onto the lugs nicely, keeps it in place, and it's got a nice curvature. Oh, look at the curvature on that. Wow. There we go. Right, that's the roof done. I think that is the building done. First building done. No, I've got to do stairs in front of the building. Right. Anyway, this hopefully will fit. Yeah, it fits, and it comes off quite easily. That's good. When it's painted, it'll expand slightly, and it'll be slightly harder to push down onto the lugs, but you just force it. Just force it, yeah? If it doesn't do what you want it to do, just force it. Right, I've got to put some steps in the front there, which are right here, the last items on the sprue. So this was mostly on one sprue, apart from the cardboard bits and two of the supports for the roof. Right, get these puppies off the sprue. Get them off, get them out, get them off, get them out. So what is good about this, hopefully, is that when I build the solar panel bits, they can probably just go in there for storage. Probably. Right. Probably. Right, cut any obvious luggy bits off. Luggy, luggy, luggy. It's a woodman's world. Yeah, made that song up just now. Awesome. So that was probably the most complicated bit in the kit, and it took me, I've got no idea, probably half an hour. How long have you been watching this? Anyway, we'll finish this bit, and I will stop the vid and then allow you to collect your thoughts, and then I'll make a new video for let me see, a new video for the other pieces of terrain. How does that go together? Right, so again, dry fitting. Right, you see this kind of stepped bit. We want to get those fitted all up inside. A little bit tricky because these have to be stuck together. Unless I stick them, I would like them to be, mind you, I could, do I want them on there permanently, or do I want, because if they're on it permanently, it might break or snap off when I chuck it in the box of terrain. Right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to glue it, then we're going to bodge it, glue it and bodge it. Yeah. So, a bit of glue at the bottom of this one. Yeah. Bit of glue on that. Eyeball it so it looks like it's in the middle. Yeah. Bit of glue on the next one. So there's nothing to be scared of with MDF. I mean, if you're quick and you've made a mistake, I've done that many times, you just pull it apart before the glue dries and then correct it and stick it on again. So don't be afraid of MDF. Fear not the MDF. Right, that kind of looks like it's in the middle, and then the top bit, the smallest step. The smallest step. Awesome. All right, stick that there. And then we bodge it. We bodge it. He's bodging it live on TV. Is it TV? Not really, right. Yeah, this is where we learn what not to do. This is definitely not how to do it. Right. Let's take the roof off, and then it'll be a bit easier. Right, there we go. Right. Definitely what not to do. Right. Yeah, he's bodging it. Yeah. So I'd recommend, having made the mistakes on your behalf, aha, got it. Right, that's a really tight fit. Not sure if that'll come off when it's dry, but that's a really tight fit. Is it flat? Yes. And that is it. So that is there. That might pop off. It's not actually glued to this, but it's really tight. But that's good. And then that is finished. Job done. Right. I will be making a separate video for the other pieces of this, because I don't want to bore you to death. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment below. Cheers. Bye.